So what's going on, guys, and welcome back to episode number 20 of our Sunderland career mode, and we are going to be kicking off this episode with some transfer news. And as you can see here, we have got one from Hellas Verona for Emmanuel Giaccherini. He's a left midfielder that we're not really looking at using. He's 74 rated, but he is quite old, and to be honest, we don't really want a player that is old in our team, so we can go ahead and pretty much go ahead and offer or counter offer 100,000 under his valuation, and let's see if Hellas Verona will come back to us and say yes or no to that deal. But before that, we have the game up against Napoli, which we do have to win, and if we don't win that, we're out. If we win it and Borussia Mönchengladbach win, we're also out. So the only way we can win it is if we beat Napoli by a lot of goals and Mönchengladbach win but by little goals, or if Valencia beat Borussia Mönchengladbach. So it's going to be a big game for us. Let's see how we get on. We are going to put out our strongest possible lineup because obviously we want to do our very best and get through to the next round, as obviously that means we will get paid more money. So we've now got the game up against Napoli. We are going to sim it. Let's really hope we can get the result that we desperately need. So we do in fact get the result that we need. John Stones once again getting sent off, but Pereira and Lenz picking up the goals for us as we win the game 2-1. And also Valencia have beaten Borussia Mönchengladbach 2-1, which means we have progressed into the next round, and we'll be playing Fiorentina in the semi-finals. So that's great news for us, as we will now be given some more money. And let's see there, we also put in a bid for João Cancelo, and they say that they want 5.5 million for him, and I think that's quite a good deal, to be honest. So 5.5 million for João Cancelo. We'll go ahead and up it to 4 million, and let's see what they say for the young right back from Valencia. Also, Hellas Verona come back and say they will go ahead and match 2.2 million for Giaccherini. We get given an extra 1.44 million. And once again, very unfortunately, John Stones picked up yet another ban. So guys, Valencia have come back to us and said they will accept 4 million for João Cancelo. So we're going to go ahead and offer him a deal, because we do know as well, João Cancelo's got a very high potential, something around about 84. So if we can bring him into the club, he might be able to give Adam Matthews a little bit more competition. And also the reason why I'm offering a new right back to the club is because I saw a few comments of you guys saying maybe sell Adam Matthews because he hasn't been performing to what I expected him. So that's why I've done it, and I think 4 million for João Cancelo is a really good deal. However, we then go ahead and beat Fiorentina 3-1 in the semi-final of the competition. Defoe, Lenz and Van Aanholt picking up the goals for us, and we will be facing Atletico Bilbao in the final of the competition. So if we win that game, we'll be given a little bit more money, and I'm really looking forward to it. So we get given 2.5 million from the board, and also Arsenal have accepted a £6 million bid plus Adam Matthews for Hector Bellerin. So this could be an even bigger deal for us, because Bellerin is already around about the same rating as Adam Matthews. He's mega quick, he'll be good going forward, and he's got a lot more potential than what João Cancelo's got. So it's going to be a big ask, but it's only 2 million extra. So I think at this moment in time, I'd probably prefer to go with Hector Bellerin. So we've now got the final of the European International Cup. It's going to be a big game for us. We are going to sim it, so let's see how we get on. And we go ahead and win the game 2-1. So somehow we have managed to sim all the games and win the competition against very, very good clubs. Angel Correa and Embolo picking up the goals for us. And also Pereira missed a penalty, so we could have went 3-0 up before they come back in the 90th minute to score a goal, which did give them a slight hint of hope. But it doesn't matter because we won the competition. But the contract offer has been accepted for Hector Bellerin, and he will be the first player coming into the club. He's currently valued at 11 million, so I think that's a fantastic deal for us. João Cancelo we won't accept into the club because we don't want two of them. But then I don't know why I declined that, because we haven't got a right back now, have we? Or have we got Billy Jones? Because actually there, Hector Bellerin is currently 77 rated. He's got very good acceleration, sprint speed, stamina. He looks a very good player. He can play right back, and he is also good at going forward, which is great news for us as well. So I think what we could do as well, maybe play Kamano at right back as a backup right back, or we could put Billy Jones, obviously can also play at right back. Apart from that, we don't really have another right back apart from Vergini. So I'm not sure whether we're going to look for another right back to maybe bring in on loan, or we just try and go through the season with just one first team right back. So we have a massive bid accept. We put 18 million bid in for Yuri Tielemans, who's currently valued at 28 million, which is 10 million under his valuation. And they have accepted it. So Yuri Tielemans could be a player coming into the club. The only thing is, he's going to use up pretty much all of our budget, which is a little bit of a shame because I wanted to bring in a new striker as well. We've got some more player training for our players here. Lennon and Sanchez are the players that are on the player training because Lennon has got a really high potential. I want him to try and meet it as well. So we've now got a transfer offer for Jack Rodwell to go to West Ham. So they're currently offered under his valuation. We're going to go ahead and up it to 5.5 million. And if they do accept that, we will let Jack go. We've also got the contract offer accepted for Yuri Tielemans. And it's a deal I cannot turn down. And Yuri Tielemans is going to be a humongous player coming into the club. And just £18 million, which is currently 10 million under his valuation, we have sealed a massive, massive signing for ourselves. And as you see there, he is 80 rated. He looks so good. He's got really good reactions, vision. Look at them. He's got really good long shot power. I think he's going to be scoring quite a few goals for us as well. He's got 5-star weak foot, and I am really looking forward to using this guy at CDM, considering we have no longer got Jan Vila. And also, West Ham have come back to us and said they will in fact match 5.5 million for Jack Rodwell, which means he will be leaving the club and going to West Ham. So that means now we're going to get given an extra 5.5 million to maybe go ahead and spend on a striker, because I want to try and find a striker that can play alongside Angel Correa, because to be honest, Embolo is not really convincing me at this moment. And now to wrap up the episode, we will be playing our first game of the new season, which is going to be an extremely difficult one, as we will be playing at home against the current Premier League leaders, Chelsea. So there are going to be 3 players making their debut in this game. Jan Vertonghen at the heart of defence, Hector Bellerin on the right, and then at CDM we will be playing Tielemans. Renato Sanchez will be playing at Cam due to the injury to Dele Alli, and apart from that, it's going to be the same squad as last year. Let's see how we get on, and hopefully Embolo can start banging a few goals and trying to convince me that maybe he is the right man for the job. Chelsea with a good chance down the right-hand side. Williams cutting inside, trying to take on Jan Vertonghen, the Belgium centre-back. Vertonghen's been skilled there, but Patrick Van Aanholt does get back in time. But then we give the ball away to Branislav Ivanovic, and now we win it back. Surely this could be a really good chance for ourselves. We play the ball to Embolo. Embolo back out wide to Lenz. Lenz is surely going to beat Socrates for pace, as Socrates is actually making his debut for Chelsea in this game. Lenz going on a dazing run here down the right-hand side. Has a shot, but Zuma does make a really good block there, and they do clear the ball out of harm's way. But a promising start for us there as we go on the counter-attack. But Yuri Tielemans losing the ball out wide to Oscar, and Chelsea look very dangerous well when they go on the counter as they squeeze the ball through to Mikel. Mikel is 1-on-1 with Stones. He goes for the shot, and that's a pretty comfortable save for Jack Butland. And you've got to be kidding me. Just 35 minutes into the game, we find ourselves 1-0 down, and last year's top goal scorer Diego Costa has got off to the mark just 35 minutes into the new season, and what a bullet header it was as well. There was no stopping that one for the English goalkeeper. Kennedy ran down the wing, no one could catch up with him. He puts a lovely ball into the box. Patrick Van Aanholt doesn't even get off the ground, and Diego Costa with a bullet header into the back of the net. Lenz wins the ball back. We squeeze it through to Embolo. Embolo through to Renato Sanchez. Sanchez lets it fly from range, and that's a really good save. But they give the ball back to Sanchez, and Sanchez might have missed his first chance as it was expertly saved by Tribert Courtois. But Sanchez gets the ball back, and this time he does find the back and out of a P-roller that just about crawls over the line. Courtois have a good save. I don't know what Ivanovic is doing there. He should put his foot through it and clear the ball, but he tries to play out from the back, gives the ball to Renato Sanchez, and Renato Sanchez has a good strike. It might have got a little nick off the defender, but it doesn't matter because Sanchez does get awarded the goal. And what about that? How did Embolo manage to squeeze it in from there? I was pretty much speechless for a moment because Courtois just made a fantastic save from Lenz. Lenz with a roulette pass his man, has a shot. What about that for a save from Courtois? And I thought that was going out wide. I just pressed circle and Embolo manages to get there and squeeze it in from such a tight angle. And from being 1-0 down in the first half, we now find ourselves 2-1 up. Surely we're going to score here. We squeeze the ball through to Thierry Ambrose. Ambrose back inside, through to Mbolo to pick up his second of the game. And Mbolo has put the ball wide of the post. That is the reason why I don't think Mbolo is going to be good enough to be playing first team football week in, week out, because he cannot be missing chances like that, especially if he's going to be playing in big games like Champions Leagues. That could be a crucial goal that could in fact be crucial whether we could go through in a game, qualify, get knocked out, if you know what I mean. It's really important that he's got to be burying them sort of chances. So even though Mbolo does pick up man of the match, I'm not that happy with him that he managed to miss that last shot by an absolute mile. He's got to be putting that one in the back of the net. Because as I said, in big games, they could prove very crucial. But even though Chelsea dominated the possession stats in that game, we somehow managed to win the game after coming back from 1-0 down to win it 2-1. That's the perfect start to the season. And now we've got some player training for ourselves here, and Sanchez has in fact hit the next rating, which is fantastic news for us as he's itching so very closer to that 60 rating now. So we've also got a transfer for Lee Catamol to go to Frankfurt, and we don't really want to let him go, but if they do go ahead and match 5 million, we will also let our CDM go. But a player has been sold, goes by the name of Jack Rodwell, and he has gone to West Ham for 5.5 million. And as you see there, our next game is actually against West Ham, so he might be playing his first game against us. But what about this? Juventus have come back to us and said they will accept £17 million plus Fabio Borini for Paulo Dybala. He's currently 22 years of age. He looks like a really good striker, and he is definitely the sort of player that we would like in our squad, and the player that could really help us win games. And to be honest, I think that could be a really bargain for us, because he's currently valued at 30 million. So I know that is not his real valuation, but 30 million is a lot of money, and for us to get him to 17 million plus Fabio Borini, that could be a massive deal for us. So also get a transfer for Liam Agnew to go to Shrewsbury, and we will let him go because we're not really that keen on keeping him, and he hasn't got that good a potential anyways. But I think that will be it for the end of this episode. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to hit the like button down below, as it is going to be very much appreciated. And don't forget, if you're new around here, subscribe, hit that subscribe button to keep up to date with all my latest videos and career modes. Thank you, bye bye.